And welcome, ladies and gentlemen. This is Tuesday Night Thunder. We're coming at you live from Darlington, South Carolina. The Lady in Black, too tough to tame. As cars right now are finishing up their practice session for tonight's Darlington Southern 250, the Iron Thunder Racing League Athens or Fort Worth Screen Printing Premier Series. Tonight begins the chase to the championship. 16 drivers coming tonight, set to do battle for Season 6 Championship of the Iron Thunder Racing League Fort Worth Premier Series. And leading that charge into the night is the 34 car of Sean Bounty for Rebel Racing. Bailey Curry will make the list in number 2 spot. He'll bring in the Bailey Curry racing machine. Sean Bounty has 10 starts. He has 1 win, 6 top 5s, and 9 top 10s with 1 pole. Bailey Curry with Bailey Curry Racing comes in the 2nd spot with 2 wins, 3 top 5s, and 5 top 10s. As some cars now entering the racing surface, there is Manning Gregory in his 27 machine. The Fort Worth Screen Printing ride of Bailey Curry out on the speedway. Jackson Allen comes in tonight, 3rd in points. He has 1 win, 5 top 10s, and 5 top 5s and 6 top 10s. With 3 poles for the M&M Motorsports Racing. Josh Ball comes into the night 4th in line in points. He has 1 win, 3 top 5s, and 5 top 10s. Sawyer Wright comes in 5th tonight in points. 1 win, 4 top 5s, and 5 top 10s. Matt Cherry 6th in points. 1 win, 2 top 5s, and 5 top 10s. Kevin Hash in 03 comes in 7th in points. As Patrick Langley goes to the top of the board, 28.892. Bailey Curry now best that. He'll jump up there with a 28.862. Kevin Hash gets in with 2 top 5s and 4 top 10s with 1 pole on the night. Look at the 91 car, Jackson Allen out on the speedway. Storm Patterson to the top of the board. Josh Cully in on points in the 8th spot. 1 win, 2 top 5s, and 3 top 10s. Raymond Rittenauer in with a 1 win, 2 top 5s, and 3 top 10s. Sam Green in the 10th spot. John Garrett will make it. Patrick Langley, Matt Quick, Dave Matson, Brendan Klusterhuis, and Treston Ott will round out your 16 top teams. Tongue-tied, tongue-twisted. We're ready to wrap up qualifying here tonight. Jackson Allen back out to put it down a lap. Sam Green come in with 3 top 5s and 7 top 10s. John Garrett, 2 top 10s and a pole. Patrick Langley, 4 top 5s and 5 top 10s. Matt Quick in with 2 top 5s and 3 top 10s and a pole. Dave Matson, 2 top 5 finishes and 4 top 10s. Brendan Klusterhuis, 2 top 5s and 3 top 10s. And rounding out Treston Ott with 4 top 10 finishes for his JCOM entry. They are Treston Ott represents JCOM along with Brendan Klusterhuis and Raymond Rittenauer. Qualifying is about wrapped up. We'll take a look at Sean Bounty. Storm Patterson still holds on to that top spot. There's a look at the downward Camry. 6th fastest so far. Rebel Racing, Bailey Curry Racing, M&M Motorsports. 2 Rebel Racing entries for Josh Ball and Sean Bounty. Matt Cherry getting in with Kyle Weatherman Racing. Cosmic Cross Wrench is going to get 2 drivers in. Ash and Sam Green. M&M Motorsports, 2 drivers in. Jackson Allen and John Garrett. Qualifying is over. Storm Patterson will hold on to it. As 22 cars took time. Shall see. I think we had 31 cars show up tonight. See how many make the grid. Take a look at the Corey Hart's Media number 7 Chevrolet Z01 Camaro on the inside of road number 1. Your pole sitter out of Florida, the young buck, the young gun, Storm Patterson. Starting outside of road number 1, the 78 Minn Kota Tracker Boats, Evan Rude sponsored. Ford Mustang GT to be Traverse Rest, South Carolina native of Patrick Langley. Row number 2, the 05 Fort Worth Screen Printing Iron Thunder Racing Network Z01 Chevrolet Camaro, that'll be Texas native Bailey Curry. Starting outside row number 2, throwback for the Coca-Cola machine, the 09, that'll be Dave Matson. Row number 3, we'll find the JCOM entry. The inside, the MH2.com. Brendan Klusterhoos, who hails out of Canada. California driver, the downward Camry machine, that'll be the 34 is Sean Bounty. It'll be outside of row number 3. The CA Cattle Company 15 Chevrolet. Starting in the 7th spot will be Tristan Ott. Outside of him, West Virginia native to 91 of Jackson Allen. Start in the 7th spot. The 66 Fort Worth Screen Printing Machine, another throwback car on the grid. Starting in the 9th spot, it'll be the Fort Worth Screen Printing Chevrolet of John Garrett. Starting 10th, out of Macomb, Mississippi, in the throwback Quincy's 35 JCOM entry, that'll be Sawyer Ott. That'll be the top 10 starters here tonight. We'll try to feature most of these guys and their throwback schemes. Getting ready for the drop the hammer here. We'll bring the Southern 250 to life. Storm Patterson and Patrick Langley will hammer down. They'll drag race off into turn number 1 here. Right up the racetrack all the way to the wall goes the 7 of Storm Patterson. Patrick Langley quickly on the heels. He'll look to the inside down the back straightaway. They're side by side entering turn number 3. Patterson to the top. Work in the middle is the 78 of Patrick Langley. Patterson going to be able to power around him on the outside. He'll lead lap number 1. Lap number 1 in the books. Langley with a bobble. He'll fall back. Oh, hard impact. Curry into that outside retaining wall. He has met the ugly beast. Here the lady in black has grabbed a hold of the 05 Fort Worth screen printing machine. Contact 91.78. They'll keep it together. Oh, Sean Bounty and the 78 of Langley will both earn their Darlington stripe early. As the 7 of Storm Patterson checking out on the field. Early going here. Dave Matson trying to run him down. He'll be over a half a second behind. We rock and roll. Look at Menon Gregory back here in the 24th spot. Field spread out a bit now, taking up over half of the racetrack. 86 of Alex Bottom, the Polaroid machine. He rides right now in the 13th spot. There's a look at the 88 of Josh Ball, that yellow banner indicating the playoff driver. He'll earn his Darlington stripe here on lap number 5. There is another playoff contender, the 48 of Matt Cherry, riding the 15th spot. That red, white, and blue Ford Performance machine. Sean Bounty still struggling here. He'll earn a Darlington stripe. Treacherous racetrack here in Darlington. Doesn't get the name Lady in Black Too Tough to Tame for nothing. We'll see a lot of guys pancaking that outside wall. 5 sets of tires given to these drivers. Extra set given here tonight due to the abrasive nature of this speedway. In the Sand Hills, it's a good look at Dan Half's throwback 32. Kyle Weatherman back with us this week in that 6th machine, riding 17th right now for Kyle Weatherman Racing. He'll look underneath Alex Bottom down the back straightaway. In the Sand Hill region of the state of South Carolina, a lot of coastal debris embedded into this asphalt. Holds a characteristic a lot similar to the old Rockingham Speedway. But it's just got a little bit of life back into it, thanks to the state of North Carolina committing $40 million to motorsports infrastructure in the state to be spread out among local racing, North Wilkesboro, Charlotte Motor Speedway, and Rockingham Speedway. So things looking up for motorsports in the state of North Carolina. 86 of Alex Bottom continuing to slip back. He continues to have trouble here. Oh, Dan Half will lock the brakes up. Something to miss on that machine. Smoke billowed out from under that machine as the front tires were locked up. Oh, Billy Curry smacks it off the wall, makes contact with 91.
Yellow flag is out.
Caution out on the speedway for the first time tonight. The 86 of Alex Bottom. Oh, Elaine Hughes, no. End of stage number 1. Gonna come at lap 30. This caution, first caution of the night, gonna fly here. Involving the 86 of Alex Bottom and a 29 of Elaine Hughes. There's a look at Roger Debo's throwback 38 Ford Mustang. Get you back up with your leader to 7. Storm Patterson. We're 12 laps in. Be able to line up behind the pace car here. Once again, those drivers with the yellow spoilers and yellow playoff banners are your 16 competitors vying for a championship. Quick camera adjustment. Good look at 7 machine. Appreciate all these drivers for participating in the throwback. I'm not quite sure. We had this problem last week. Cameras not staying where they're fixed. Still quite sure what the problem is. Don't make sense. Well, we tried, ladies and gentlemen. Getting ready to come back to the green flag. Pace car out of here. Storm Patterson will drop the hammer. You know, not a Dave Matson having a little trouble getting going, but not the 91 of Axon Jackson Allen. He'll fall right into tire track. So that's 7 of Storm Patterson. Up the racetrack they go. Slower car in front of him. The 86 of Alex Bottom rejoining the racetrack. He'll be way down on the bottom side of the speedway. 91 of Allen gonna work that middle groove, trying to gain some momentum on the 7 of Patterson. Out of turn number 4. Lap 17 up on the board. 98 laps to go here. And the Southern 250 from Daytona, from Darlington. Look at Brendan Klusterhuis, who rides in the 4th spot now with an MH2 machine. Lead Commissioner Sawyer out in the 35 out of Macomb, Mississippi. Will ride right behind him in the 5th spot. So he cruised down the back straightaway. Look at the top 3. 48 of Matt Cherry with trouble. He'll rejoin the racing groove right in front of the 66 of Garrett. In the 15th spot. Alex Bottom still on pit road. Let's look at Josh Ball in the 15th spot. That Budweiser 88 Grey Ghosts machine. Side-by-side action for the 6 of Kyle Weatherman, 34 of Sean Bounty, who shows heavy damage on the front end of that Toyota Camry. Position number 11 up for grabs here. Josh Ball with a big run to the inside of Weatherman. He'll drive down in there. Pull an old slide job on the 6 of Weatherman. Take over that spot. 03 of Kevin Hash riding right behind him in the 13th spot out of Woodlawn, Virginia. More trouble for Bounty as he'll slip back to the 13th spot. Check back in with your leader. There's the distance between 1st and 2nd. And Patterson riding in the lead in the 7th spot. Has led 21 laps so far here tonight. He flies down the Boeing back straightaway. Back years ago, which was originally the front straightaway here at Darlington. After lots of upgrades, they moved the front stretch over to the back straightaway. Bleachers on the old front straightaway were covered. Those bleachers were eventually removed and replaced. Not only is the racing groove unique here at Darlington, the shape also. Turns 3 and 4 are a lot narrower than 1 and 2. That was the result of a pond that used to be on the property back when they built this racetrack. To avoid the pond, they had to shorten up the distance between the corners and what then was turn 1 and 2. Work back through the field here. Looking at the 15th place 2-car, Justin White. He's under pressure from the 48 of Manning Gregory, or Matt Cherry. Off tonight for some reason. 88 of Josh Ball. Putting pressure on the bulldozer, Roger Diebold here. He'll take over the 10th spot. Hearing a lot of giving. Oh, Nelly. Ball running there a little too hot. Trying to clear the 38 of Diebold. Up the racetrack he went, made contact. Sam Green will get a piece of the wall. Right in front of the 15 of Ott. Smack it good. Trouble for Justin White. Change for the lead. 78 of Patrick Langley will storm by the 7. He'll take over the top spot here on lap 28. Traverse Rest South Carolina native will lead his first lap of the night. In Dakota, Kyle Weatherman Racing Ford Mustang. Good run here to start off. Southern 250. Big shout out to the Josh Kelly fan club zooming in tonight for Tuesday Night Thunder. Kelly right now riding in the 19th spot. Take a look at that 33 machine. There is a look at the 33. Sporting throwback as well. Holly Farms Poultry. ZL1 at Chevrolet. On board with the 33 of Cully. Riding shotgun down the Boeing back straightaway here. It turns 3 and 4.
The yellow flag is out.
And caution out on the speedway. Stage number 1 has concluded. Patrick Langley, Storm Patterson, Dave Matson, Jackson Allen, Brendan Clutches, Eddie Curry, Josh Ball, Sam Green, Sawyer, and Tristan Ott. All top 10 points awarded drivers. Here at the conclusion of stage number 1. Stage number 1 winner, the 78 car, Patrick Langley. Travelers Rest South Carolina native. Catch up to the pace car here on the back straightaway. "32 laps on the board right now. We'll see some takers. I'm almost certain come down pit side here. Led by the 78 of Patrick Langley. Guys come tonight, 5 sets of tires. Field led down by Patrick Langley. Into pit road. A long way away here. Almost into turn number 1. Langley and Patterson in their box. See who wins the race off of pit road. Another throwback for Brian Workman. Langley gonna lead it off. What am I? Patterson and Matson. It's like Kluster who's gonna get out in the 4th spot. Josh Ball. Trouble for Jackson Allen in the 91. Allen still on pit road. Allen now down and away. He'll lose a bunch of spots. Trouble for the 34 machine. I may have some waiver rounds coming here. Get reset. Ready to come back to the green flag. Patrick Langley working his way into turn number 3 as your leader. After the pace car leaves the racing surface, it'll be all up to Langley when he fires on that outside. Pace car off. Langley waits a split second. Puts the loud pedal down. He'll lead the field into turn number 1. Top 3 quickly goes single file. Top 4 now. On back. Look, Kyle Weatherman slips a bit in that 6th machine. Let's go on board with the 6 of Kyle Weatherman. Gyro cam action.
Caution, yellow flag.
As the caution's out again. Once again, the caution flies this time. Action on the back straightaway. 29 of Elaine Hughes. Still having trouble. Let's get a replay. Here's a look at the replay. Hughes up the racetrack. Oh, 87 a written hour. A little help getting around. That throwback Burger King flame broiled machine for Pennsylvania native Raymond Rittenhour. take a quick break off and step away from the mic. We'll be right back in a moment. Let's ride in the cockpit. Patrick Langley for this restart.
Green flag, green flag.
You definitely tell it got a little swirly when he dropped the hammer. He's got the 7 of Storm Patterson all over him on the inside. Bailey Curry riding right into tire tracks of those two drivers. Oh! Kloosterhoos gets a wiggle wobble, hangs on to it. Langley trying to battle back on the inside, not going to happen. Patterson will shut the door, he drifts up the racetrack. Patterson will lead his 15th lap, or excuse me, his 28th lap here tonight. Langley falls back to the second spot. He'll flirt with the outside retaining wall. Bailey Curry into the third spot. Caution back out on the speedway. 32 of Dan Half. Pointed in the right or wrong direction in that 32 Miller light. Or excuse me, Miller genuine draft machine. Replay up and coming. Oh, Josh Cully and the 32. Thought the 32 might have ran over. Take a look here. Oh. take a look at the 33 machine and see some damage on the front of that machine. You'll take it pit side and get some repairs. But this is Darlington. Survival of the fittest. So don't count out the 33 just yet. Dorn Patterson, Patrick Langley, Bailey Curry, Josh Ball, Dave Matz in the top 5. Kyle Weatherman on the outside looking in the 6th spot. Roger Diebold in the 7th. 8th spot belongs to Jackson Allen. 9th, Brendan Kluser. Sam Green going to round out the top 10. We continue to work under our 4th caution of the night. 3rd for incident. Pace car out of here. Patterson will drop the hammer with green flag once again.
Green flag, green
The Southern
flag.
250 from Darlington Speedway. 05 of Bailey Curry gonna look underneath. 78, he'll slip back contact with the 88 Josh Ball. Josh Ball on the wall. And around goes Josh Ball. He'll try to save it. He's dirt tracking on the bottom of the speedway. He will gather up on the back straight away with a save by the 88 of Josh Ball. But he'll lose spots all the way back to about the 16th spot. From the pit house to the outhouse. Quick, fast, and in a hurry back to your leader. Here's the 7 of Dorn Patterson. And the distance back to the 78 of Patrick Langley. Right in that 2nd spot. Look high, top of the spotter stand. The field barrels into turn number 1. Rim riding Darlington Raceway. 80 in black. Oh. Kluser, who's had a bobble back there in the 8th spot. He'll hold on to it and fend off the 21 of Sam Green. "51 laps on the board here at Darlington Raceway. 64 laps will make up the distance. Oh, 15 and the 21. Synchronized, getting very loose off. One Patterson still leading. There's a look at Sam Green into the wall. 53 of the 114. Sam Green will look outside of Roger the Bulldozer D-Bold. He'll take over that spot as the 09 of Dave Matson will carry another Darlington stripe. He rides behind the 4th place driver, the 6th of Kyle Weatherman. Three of the top 5 Fords from Kyle Weatherman Racing. Oh, excuse me. 2 of the top 5. Oh, trouble. Replay coming up here. Oh, the 27 comes down on the 16. Leaders coming in, stage number 2 in the books. Storm Patterson, Patrick Langley, Billy Curry, Kyle Weatherman, Dave Matson, Jackson Allen, Brendan Kluster's, Sam Green, Roger D. Bold, Tristan Ott. Round out the top 10 points paying drivers for the end of stage number 2 as Storm Patterson, your winner, for stage number 2, going to lead them down the long pit road here in Darlington. Will come to the attention of his crew. Oh, he overshot his box. Rights are up on the 7 machine. Work around to the left side now. Oh, it'll be a close race off of pit road. Looks like Langley barely beat him. 6 of Kyle Weatherman from the 17th spot. A 2-tire stop for Weatherman. Weatherman did not take 2, excuse me. Looks like he may have got caught speeding. Back it up and see what happened with the Weatherman. In pit road for a stop. Left side's up. Right side's up. He's down and away. Definitely caught speeding. Halfway this time. Patrick Langley, your new leader. Field doubling up. We're getting ready to go green here. Hammer down for the 78
Green flag.
of Patrick Langley. Big Rat on the front straightaway.
Yellow flag is out.
Parking lot party on the front straightaway. We got them scattered, smothered, and covered. Take it back and see where it started. Possibly around the 91 machine. All the 7 hits the wall. 91 will get to the back of him, come down. Sam Green hit the wall also. He'll make contact with the 09 Dave Matson. And then it's on from there. Josh Ball in a piece of it. Look at it from high top. On board with the 35, saw you're out. So big parking lot party here to bring out our 6th caution of the night. We are 62 laps in, 53 left. Top 10, Patrick Langley, Bailey Curry, Brandon Clutterhouse, Matt Quick, Dave Matson, Josh Ball, Sam Green, Justin White, Paul Smith, and Tristan Ott. Jackson Allen, Matt Cherry. See playoff drivers. Looks like Jackson Allen is done for the night. The 35 of Sawyer with damage. Of course, Sean Bounty having troubles earlier, glitching, had to exit the sim. Multiple laps down. He is back to 3 laps down now. His caution's working in way of his in favor for him. See playoff driver 48 of Matt Cherry with damage. The 03 of Kevin Hash. Glitch got him. He is 4 laps down. We are back green. Patrick Langley trying to fend off the 05 of Bailey Curry. He'll beat him down in the turn number 1. Curry was charging hard on it outside. Langley able to fend off the lead. 3 chase drivers make it top 5 all chase drivers. Top 6, top 7 all chase drivers. Oh, Josh Ball gonna let it all hang out. He'll save it again. Dirt tracking here at Darlington Raceway. He's taking the throwback to a whole new meaning. He's letting the high side ride in that 88 Black Ghost Budweiser machine. Patrick Langley continues to lead wreck right here in front of Josh Ball. Trouble for Bailey Curry. Another playoff contender with heavy rear end damage. Curry gonna get on the binders. Oh, hard impact to that outside wall. Not much damage for Curry. I mean, the back end of it damaged up, but he's choosing to go to the pits via tow truck. So he will definitely go down a lap. Already 1 lap down. The 05 of Bailey Curry. He'll go down multiple laps as caution number 7 on the board. Patrick Langley in that 78, still your leader. See his right side damage after getting into the wall. Step away. We'll leave you with the sights and sound of Darlington Raceway. We'll be back momentarily. coming back to the green flag. Lights have been extinguished around the racing surface. Patrick Langley, Brendan Klusterhuis. Row number 1, row number 2, Dave Matson, Josh Ball, row number 3, Sam Green and Kelvin Mosier. Pace car out of here. Green flag for Patrick Langley, shot out of a cannon in that Minn Kota Phantom machine. Klusterhuis will take over P number 2. 44 laps to go around this 1.31 mile oval. Nestled in the sand hills of the state of South Carolina. The lady in black, Darlington Raceway, too tough to tame. Derek Coke throwback from Ryan Workman, that Purelator 74 machine. Oh, letting it get loose up there. Rear end stepping it out. Berkman going to hang on to it. Lose one spot. The 2 of Justin White. 12. Oh, Patterson back into the outside wall. He'll hold on to it as he races side by side with Sean Bounty. Oh! 12 of Paul Smith letting it hang out. Josh Ball in the 4th spot there in that 88 machine. The one of Sam Green right in 5th. Kelvin Mosier on the outside knocking down that door. Oh, he'll get car get tight on him. He'll let in the 6 of Kyle Weatherman. He'll move up to that 6th spot on the outside, looking into the top 5. Paul Smith loses the handle on it again. This time he's able to save it, but not after dropping 3 spots. .40 laps to go as the field works their way down the back straightaway. 6 of Kyle Weatherman. As we ride on board, we'll take a lap around Darlington with the 6 machine. Just to give you an example how treacherous this racetrack really can be. '88 of Josh Ball going to step to the inside and let the 6 of Weatherman go by. He'll now set his sights on the 09, Dave Matson. Rocking and rolling, 77 laps on the board of the 144. 38 to go. Patrick Langley, who's checked out to almost a 2-second lead in that 78 machine. Trouble on the 35 machine. Quincy's car gonna lose an engine. His night will be done. He'll pull it to the inside here. Missed pit road. Tressing out, working on the back bumper of the 88 of Josh Ball. There's a look at Dave Matson. Bailey Curry back on the racing surface. 12 laps down. Still got good speed in that car. Some of that speed probably coming from fresh tires as well. Drive right up to the back bumper of the 09 of Dave Maxson. Josh Ball sent in the 43. Kelvin Mosier. Josh Ball continues to slip here. Bertman gonna work his way around him. John Garrett, Justin White doing battle here for the 8th spot. Garrett challenging on the bottom. Garrett will take over that spot in the Fort Worth screen printing machine. "30 laps to go for Patrick Langley, your leader." Take a look at your leader. Bailey Curry was able to walk around and leader smacking the wall there. Kyle Weatherman right now the fastest car on the speedway, a 36.25. Look at 8th place of John Garrett. '48 of Matt Cherry. Back inside the top 10. Well, Paul Smith on pit road. 74, Brian Workman as well. Take a look at the 14th place car. It's the Holly Farms poultry machine of Josh Cully. Never giving up as usual. Got as much damage fixed as he could and riding right now in the 12th spot. Down to 25 laps to go. John Garrett working above the Kelvin Motion machine. He'll take over the 6th spot. Justin White going to try to follow through. He will into turn number 3. Matt Cherry on the move as well. Rittenauer back here in the 13th spot. The flame broiled Burger King machine, he'll get a Darlington strike. He bounces it off the outside wall. 91 of the 114 in the books. Gonna have a special guest join us in the booth here. A moment. Bring league commissioner up in the booth with us. Unfortunately, night done after losing the engine due to contact earlier. Glad to have you in the booth, but not under these circumstances.
Yeah, man. Yeah, tough night for the Quincy's number 35. We had a sweet throwback to Alan Kowicki there, but yeah, man, just bad luck. You know, kind of started good, qualified good, and then I hit the wall there, gave a couple stage points, finished 9th, and then I got all the damage fixed, and I had to start in the back, and just made my way up to about 11th, and with like Storm and Roger, I don't know who all, just kind of lost it on the restart and just had nowhere to go, and got some decent damage, but I thought we were going to be okay, and then out of nowhere just started smoking. It didn't blink or nothing, so the motor's done, we're done for the night, unfortunately. Second DNF of the year. Didn't want to start the playoffs like this, but we have a decent amount of playoff points to fall back on, and the way this race is going, a lot of the top playoff drivers are having bad nights as well, so that's the only thing that helps us, but is what it is. It's tough to swallow that. We've had a good run going, and top 5 streak comes to an end, but that's all right. We'll go road racing next week at Road America and just get all we can and see where it shakes out for Atlanta for the cutoff, and if we got to go to Atlanta and win it, then that's what we'll try to do, and if not, just maintain a points gap. Just main focus is make it to the round of 8. So, but glad to be up here, and got to call the end of this race here with what, about 10 to go?
Yep, down to 20 to go. Look like green flag stops going on for some of the guys. Dave Matson, Tressenant, all hitting pit road. Patrick Langley still out there on the cruise right now with a 10-second lead.
This is key for these guys that pitted for fresh tires to make up a lot of time here on this good rubber. And yeah, I guess Langley's hoping for a caution, because at this point, if you wait, the longer he waits, you know, the more time they're going to make up on him.
And we've seen the time made up too with Bailey. He got in that incident, decided that he was going to tow, but put him down some laps and come back and jumped in about 4th in line, was able to drive around the leader. So probably shooting himself in the foot right now. Brought the caution. He could have possibly stayed on the lead lap and getting stuff fixed. Unfortunately, he's going to find himself 11 laps down. A tough break for him as well, but Patrick's still out there grinding away.
And that's it's crazy to see how this race played out. You know, got a couple green flag runs at the beginning, and then seen some big wrecks. We know Darlington's very hard, and I don't know if they're done wrecking or if we're going to be able to run it out green. But either way, we're in for a good finish, depending on the strategy these drivers choose to play.
Yeah, we keep seeing Langley bounce it off the wall there. He's giving this set of tires all he got for sure.
Yeah, and you know, if Langley can pull this off, I know it'll be a big win for him. He's used to winning every season, and I think he went winless last Premier season. But he's been fast in the 78 car, and can't finish second at the Bristol Dirt Race. So former winner here at Darlington, so he knows how to get it done at this track and this home track, by the way, as he gets in the wall a little bit, but should be able to keep continuing on.
Yeah, he'll bring it pit side now. After this South Carolina native, we're going to make the money stop here. And I tell you something about when we show up to South Carolina racetracks, Patrick kind of shines. On Myrtle Beach there in the All-Star event, and
That's right.
former winner here, so he likes to get it done on the home turf.
Yeah, sorry, I was a little bit behind there, but yeah, as you see the 78 come pit side here, assuming he's going to take 4 fresh Goodyears and Sunoco racing fuel with just about 14 laps to go. So it'll be interesting to see how everything cycles out. I'm looking at Dave Matson, Brian Wertman, Treston Ott with should be the first cars on fresh tires there. So how they cycle out and how they catch the 78 car.
It was definitely a 14.5 second stop, 4 tires for Langley. See how this all shakes out.
15 there. As he makes a move on the 74, that is for position. So a lot of guys still haven't pitted yet, but once everybody has pitted and these guys get their laps back, I think this is, should be to cycle out to the leader, probably Dave Matson.
Definitely going to be a fun one to watch as we just seen your brother Treston get that spot back. He'll pull up to the back deck lid of that 66 of John Garrett, trying to get that lap back the hard way here. Spoke earlier too about this racing surface being so close to the coast, which if we all remember how tough Rockingham was on tires and still is today with the Cars Tour, actually they had a race scheduled for the beginning of the year, had to cancel that race because of tire wear, and fortunately they're able to do some tire testing and get that back going. But here, something about that sandy coastal region, tough on tires.
Oh yeah, as you say that, I'm looking at some lap times here as Langley's putting down some 29s, and then you go to our leader, John Garrett, in a 66. He's running 31.32, so about 3 seconds a lap faster for the 78. So it's interesting. I don't know if these guys, maybe they've saved enough fuel. Can John Garrett or Quick or Cully or Ray pull something out with fuel strategy here? We have seen this race come down to fuel mileage before with Dalton Tucker and I believe Josh Cully a couple seasons back, where he ran out coming out of 4 and they put a block on it. It was a big wreck, big deal. But I think Cully got the win that night. So could that happen again? Because if not, Treston Ott, Patrick Langley, Sam Green, those guys are flying on new tires.
Most definitely, and right now you got cars all over the racetrack, so a little hard to keep up with. We take a look here at Josh Cully as he'll try to work.
Definitely going to be a factor tonight.
Most definitely, Cully right now trying to get around Elaine Hughes in that 29. He'll make quick work of her down Bowling's back straightaway into turn 3. Matt Cherry with some fresh tires going to go around underneath him.
Yeah, at this stage of the game with less than 10 to go, if you're Matt Quick, John Garrett, Cully, Rittenauer, Matson, really pretty much the top 8 are all in the playoffs. And and the 15 and the 78 just make contact out of 4. Tough break there for the 78 car.
Take a look at that replay.
Oh man, this is going to change everything. A lot of guys thinking they could have made it on fuel there. And, I think anybody, if you're the special lead lap, you got to take 4 tires here if you got them left. It's going to be a 5-lap shoot. I don't know, even with fresh tires, if you can hang on.
This is John Garrett gonna have to come down pit road here, along with Matt Quick. Fortunately for them, Josh Cully gonna come as well. Fortunately for those two guys, they were the way the field strung out. They're able to get a head start down pit road. Looks like all those guys are gonna come down, at least the top four for the time being. Working to see how this transitions through here. Just unfortunate. Patrick Langley in the wrong place at the wrong time. Ott was up into the outside wall. Try to get another look at it. Go from the chopper cam. Ott into the wall. Car looks like it got a little loose. Just unfortunate. Patrick Langley, we knew, was on a tear to get a good finish at least. Heard a lot of those guys not happy about that caution. They may have had enough fuel to make it. We'll see how it lines up back here in the back. Who is gonna be where? It looks like Sam Green and Matt Quick. The lineup behind Treston Ott. Down to 6 laps to go. Getting ready to come back to that green. With 5 to go, it's going to be
If Treston Ott can hold it off, get his second career win here. Matt Quick's looking for his first career win, along with John Garrett. Josh Cully, he won Daytona earlier this year, former winner here last year. So, see what they can do.
fresh tires, I think, may come in here. Treston's going to have to get out and get away quick.
Green flag, green flag.
Good jump by the 15. Now he just wants those guys behind him to get side by side and hopefully get out to a decent lead. Oh, there goes Coley around. They're spinning. Caution's out. This will definitely set up our first attempt at a green white checker, Chris. So it's going to get exciting here.
Definitely going to see some excitement. Cully just, unusual bobble there, but fortunately for him, he was able to keep it pointed in the right direction.
Yeah, I thought he was going to save it there and we were going to stay green, but looks like it triggered the iRacing caution. So we'll re-rack them and send them off again. We'll have 2 attempts here at green white checkers. So If they wreck before the white flag on this attempt, we'll try one more time, and then next flag ends the race after that.
Getting ready to set up this first attempt of the green-white checker. Tressenant gonna lead him back. Matt Quick be on the front row along with him. John Garrett, Dave Matson, Josh Ball, the top 5. Cully gonna restart in the 8th spot. Still not. Cully can still salvage a good finish after riding around in the 15th.
Yeah,
around 15th for most of the night.
Right. No, he was back in the back with me, and I think Dan Half got in the wall and got loose and came right down into Cully's right rear, and he went head on hard in the turn 1 and 2 walls. So I thought he'd be done at that point. So if he can recover to a top 10, that's going to be a good salvage for the 33 team. And yeah, it looks like some guys that we thought were going to have bad nights might end up recovering decent just because of all the wrecks. And like Kevin Hash and Sean Bounty are going to finish, looks like 15th, 16th, somewhere around there. So not a bad outing, especially with Langley now falling down. It looks like I'm going to end up 26, but Jackson Allen and Klusser, who's people like that. It's going to be interesting to see how the points come out after tonight. Especially we still got a winner to decide if maybe Treston or Matt Quick, John Garrett, all those guys, Dave Madsen have a shot to punch their ticket into the next round right here.
And another driver I want to mention and give a little spotlight to. It's gonna schedule to restart in the 7th spot. Justin White having a good night tonight. Been trying to get the handle of this league, and I think so. Right now, he might be running his best race of the year so far. He's been in the top 10 a couple times tonight and riding right there in 7th. Good run for him and a fairly clean race car for the lady in black.
It's 2 weeks in a row here, Grissa. We're going to overtime in the Premier Series. Last week, Daytona for the regular season finale, where Ray Rittenauer won in dramatic fashion as Josh Ball ran out of gas in the last lap. So had to win his way into the playoffs. That's what he did. Looks like he may come out of here with a decent finish as well.
The old sneaky Rittenauer, he likes to ride around in the back as long as he can. Strategy Josh Cully's played. Let's bid him a few times. Bid him tonight. But calamity can strike no matter where you're at.
Yeah,
78 re-entering the racetrack there.
Interesting front row here that we have. Treston not looking for his 2nd career win. Hasn't won since season 3, but looking to end that winless streak. He's got a chance to go back-to-back for JCOM Motorsports. And then on the other hand, you got Matt Quick, who has come close a lot of times, but has yet to actually win a Premier Series race. It's really hard to believe. He's got plenty of rush and truck, but still searching for that first career Premier Series.
Definitely surprised he doesn't have a super speedway win as strong as he is at super speedways. Getting ready to duck off, and if Treston can jump out here again.
Good restart. Launch there by the 15.
Green flag, green flag.
Definitely getting the restart he wants. Hold him off at bay here. One thing he's got to remember too is all these guys that has had bad nights that are in the playoffs with him might change the way he drives these next 2 laps.
All clean and green so far as he sent it out. He gets the wall a little bit. Can he keep it straight? Coming back to the white flag here at Darlington.
One more time around for Tressenot. Can he defend off that 89 of Matt Quick? He'll use up that wall a little bit if he can, as long as he can keep the wheels straight. Quickly closes in on the back deck lid.
Oh, Dave Madsen hard in the wall. He's up back. White flag's out. We're going to race it back here. Patrick Langley, lap car may be a factor here. Oh, Matt Quick gets into Tressenot. He spins. Tressenot spins around.
Oh, 88 of Josh Ball.
Hard break for Tressenot. And yeah, that's a shame to see the lap car coming to play like that for a win. But yeah, Matt Quick got into the back of Tressenot and spun him around and kept it straight to claim the win. Nice second place finish by Justin White there. That's a good finish for him. He's new incoming rookie, so top 3, Josh Culley. What a recovery for him.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure how to take that one. Langley was replay gonna have to.
Yeah, I mean, I guess Langley is still thinking that it was intentional, but I think he just made a mistake. But you know, people can interpret things how they want. But to be laps down right in front of the leaders coming out of turn 4, that's not a good look by anybody.
Take a look at the replay, Matt. Trying to work underneath him there, but Matt's not one to drive aggressively and take somebody out.
Yeah, I don't really know if Quick really even meant to, but either way it happened, and I think had the 2 leaders had a chance to race for the win coming out of the last turn and not had any cars in front of them, it would have been a different story regardless.
I'm gonna back it up to last week. We saw Donald Sadusky's car make a weird jump, and same thing's gonna happen to the 89. Weird hop on the car. We'll get the winners up here in the booth. Joining me up in the booth now, driver of the 33 machine, Josh Culley. Played a hanging out in the back thing tonight again, and unfortunately got caught up in a wreck. Able to do what you always do and never give up. Found yourself there in good position, and uncharacteristically like this lost a handle on it, and still that never give up attitude and mentality puts you in a 3rd place finish tonight to start the playoffs, man. Congratulations. That was a hell of a run, and the epitome of never giving up, man. Congrats.
Yeah, thanks. Finally had a little bit of good luck there at the end. Been having a lot of bad luck. Hard knocks of racing, I guess. But yeah, I thought we were in trouble there. Went for it in the long run. Got lucky with a caution. And then I don't know if it was aero damage or what, but I lost it all by myself going into 1 there. Saved it somehow. Yeah, I just got to thank everyone that helps me out. Wilson Farms, Strut Masters, CRT, you guys for broadcasting. a monkey off my back for sure.
Yeah, definitely a hell of a way to start the playoffs, especially after going through that incident early on. You know, knowing that your back was against the wall, and still been able to persevere and push through there, man, and still having to persevere again, doing a hell of a job saving that thing and keeping it pointed in the right direction to set yourself up for that. I believe you restarted in the seventh or eighth spot, and you and Justin White able to ride up through there. Unfortunately, a little net code between the 89 and the 15, but nonetheless, hell of a way to start the playoffs, and look forward to next week.
Yeah, thanks, man. Congrats to Matt Quick. He drove a smart race also. Yeah, a little calamity there at the finish, but we got lucky there. So I guess you have enough bad luck, you get a little bit of good luck. So look forward to next week. Road course, I think, and then Atlanta. So if we can get through that round, I think we'll be okay.
Most definitely, man. Have a good one.
Thank you.
Alrighty, joining me in the booth now. First time we've got to talk to him, the two of Justin White. And man, I tell you, we were bragging on you earlier. Noticed you up in the top 10 a good bit of the night, and had yourself right there in the right position. And I'm going to go ahead and call it probably one of the cleanest cars on the racetrack, man. Congrats on the P2 finish.
I appreciate that. I take pride in making sure I keep it all together and get to the end. Just kind of hang around mid pack to middle to end pack and try to keep it clean and keep it out of everybody's way. And hopefully everybody has a little trouble and I end up finishing where I do, like I did tonight.
Yeah, most definitely. We can use that to your advantage. And we've been watching you since you came into the league and getting better and better every week. It's a tough league to get a win in. And tough lead to get inside the top 10 as a talent, and being able to tame the lady in black. One spot short of where you really wanted to be, but this has got to feel like a good win here to come out of what I consider a lot of calamity and chaos here at the lady in black, and bringing it home second, man. Hopefully this is a sign of things to come and continue to rack off some top 10 finishes. And end out the year and carry some momentum over into season number 7.
Yes, sir. I hope so. Like I said, this league has been nothing but making me faster every week. I can see it carrying over to my other leagues. These guys are hard racers. They don't give any room or any slack, and you just learn to get better every single week. And shadow driving a lot of these guys, I'm picking up a few things pretty quickly. So, like I said, I'm happy with the P2. It feels like a win. I thought it was P3 there for a minute, and then I come across the stripe and said P2. I said no way.
Yeah, that was awesome. Driving up from, I believe we restarted. We talked about you there right before the restart, and you were sitting around the 7th spot, and Josh Cully able to follow you up through there. But man, we do appreciate you taking your time out to race with us every week, man. It takes everybody from 31st to 1st to make this thing happen, and we just want to let you know we appreciate it, and we'll hope to have you back in the booth.
Absolutely appreciate you guys. You putting on the broadcast, Jonathan, and then of course Sawyer, and then I want to give a shout out to my other teammates who don't race here, the Simbox guys, Nathan and Travis and Doug. Those guys make me faster every week as well. So I just want to give a shout out to those guys and appreciate, like I said, you guys putting the league on. So.
All right, man. Congrats, and good luck the rest of the season. Hope to have you back.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
All righty, we let him simmer down long enough. Bring up Matt Quick, finally getting in the win column. And I know it's not the way you wanted to get there. We'll back up just a little bit to last week. We saw a weird incident involving Donald Sadusky where the right side of the car looked like it run over something and the car drifted up and got into the outside car. And tonight we saw the same thing. Not to mention that driver in front of you may have had his eyes focused a little too far out in front of him for a slower car that shouldn't have been there. But we'll let that one rest. But this crazy net code, unfortunately, or fortunately for you, worked out in your favor. I know Tristan was a little upset, and going back and looking at the replay, I'm sure he'll come back with a cooler and calmer head. But a hell of a way to start the playoffs.
Yeah, I mean, you've seen all the races over the past seasons or whatever, and I think I've finished second like 8 or 9 times in this league and never won. So that's really cool. Going into turn 4 there or 3, I was like, all right, because he had the high line, which is the fastest line. So what I was trying to do is seeing if I can get the run coming off of 4 and see if I can get side by side and maybe pull a Kurt Busch. And I'm having trouble remember his name, the guy that drove the tight car, the 32 car back in
Ricky
04 or
Craven.
whatever. Ricky Craven, yeah. Seeing if I could pull some type of miracle there. And and if I did that, I was hoping that Tristan would finish second, not ninth, and I feel terrible about that. I haven't looked at a replay yet. In my ears, I've been told that it looked like Netco, but I wasn't trying to do anything fishy. So I mean, I don't race like that, and I feel really bad. I do, because he deserved a top 5 finish. So, but before all that, I was really hoping that there was no caution at the end there. During the long green flag run there, I had enough fuel to make it. I saw that caution or whatever. I looked at my fuel and it looked like I needed to save like 0.6 of a gallon or so. So I was just letting off the gas really going into 3, like where it says Boeing Super Stretch or whatever, the back there. I was getting off right there and let the car ride. And it saved my tires too in that long run. So I was catching people, and it felt good. And I think if we would have went through, I just had to catch Garrett, and I have no idea if he had enough fuel or not. But I really wanted to win on fuel. But hey, I'll take a win. These things are hard to come by, especially in this league. I've like I said, I've finished second so many times, and you get caught up in the weirdest crap in this league. But
Yeah.
it's good. Worst to first. I can't believe it. I mean, this Darlington. It's not a super speedway. You realize that? This isn't a super speedway. So
You know,
that's awesome.
We kind of joked around with Sawyer in that. We unfortunately for him, he was out, so he joined us in the booth, and we're talking that green white checker right before he came to green. You know, about you never, winning in trucks and in the rush, but never getting the Premier Series win. And I rattled off. I can't believe he had at least got the Super Speedway win, and and a hell of a place to get your first win, man. Here at Darlington and surviving, just I mean, like you said, started 31st and just calamity all night long, and really surprised that long green flag run. To be honest with you, I saw a lot of give and take early. Was surprised about the amount of cautions we had with the give and take I was seeing, and then that long green flag run, and I think Langley kind of bit himself by staying out too long, and then unfortunately, him and Tristan trying to make the run back, they got into it, and which ultimately got us to that green white checker. But man, congrats again on getting that first win, and now maybe they'll just continue to roll off for you.
Well, I'm thankful because guess what? Next week's a road course, and I don't have to worry about the next 2 races. I think it's Road America and then Atlanta. Atlanta, I like it. I haven't looked at the next round, but it's good to have that bye. So I've never had that. Again, like I said, I've never got the win. This season's been weird. 4 races into the season, I think I was 33rd in points because I've gotten to every single wreck I can think of in some way or another. And then good finishes rallied off. I got lucky as shit at Richmond, staying out there. Got 3rd place there, or second, I think it was, something like that. And yeah, it feels good to like beat out a win. Again, I feel really bad for Tristan. That was not my intention whatsoever. I just wanted to see if I can get him off 4, but not spin him in the middle of the turn. I mean, if it was off of 4, that was going to be intentional. As long as it wasn't like in the inside wall, but on the outside wall, we were beating a bang in there. That's what I wanted, but not like that. So again, my sincere apologies. But I want to thank everybody that helped me out, Ray and Kevin. Shout out to Ray for got a top 5. Again, this isn't a super speedway, and Ray sucks. So a big shout out to him doing the strategy and being calm and not running down that wall. And thank you for broadcasting and Sawyer for putting up with all our shit here.
Yes, sir, man. Hopefully, like I said, we'll have you back up here in Victory Lane again soon, and we'll let you go celebrate with the team and enjoy the next 2 weeks of being able just to ride them out. Congratulations once again, man.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
All righty, your winner, 89 of Matt Quick. Unfortunately, Tress and I, stuff happens. I'm sure Quick will go back and for Quick and I will go back and see those replays and see that it definitely was not intentional. Matt Quick, a hell of a competitor, and I'm really glad he was able to click off his first win and get it during the playoffs. Definitely hell of a way to start it, and already see cooler heads prevailing. Tressenot acknowledging and knowing that it was not intentional. Congratulations to Matt Quick, Justin White, Josh Cully. Give a shout out to Mr. John Garrett with a 4th place finish. Ray Rittenauer got him a top 5. Alex Bottom in the top 10. Brian Workman get him in the top 10 in the 7th spot. Kelvin Mosier brings home 8th. Tressenot relegated back to the 9th position. And tough break also for Josh Ball. He was inside the top 5 and caught the end of the wall there and shot him straight up in the air. Dave Matson going to finish 11th. Sam Green brings home 12th. Matt Cherry 13th. 14th belongs to Sean Bounty. 15th Kevin Hash. Good rebound after he actually had to exit the sim along with Sean Bounty. Adam Strong brings home 16th. 17th to Roger Debold. Patrick Langley will bring home 18th. 19th goes to Bailey Curry. And 20th to Paul Smith. Road course next week, left and right. Appreciate Sawyer for joining me in the time he did have. Appreciate the Josh Cully fan club for tuning in as always. Their driver getting a podium finish tonight. Once again, I want to thank everybody from 31st to 1st for showing up each and every week to help make the Iron Thunder Racing League a success. We'll catch you next week from Road Atlanta, I believe it is. So y'all keep showing up. Keep showing out. Good night, everybody.